Hello and welcome to a special edition of the CVSR TV show. I am your host, Jason Phillips. We are full-blown and almost at the end of spring sports, but it's never a bad time to talk football. And I am joined by a special guest today, Mr. Devon Hilliard of Team S.W.A.G, Students with Aspiring Goals. Devon, I love what you're doing. You take student athletes and you help them in the classroom and you help them to be better people. You've got a football background and you've also got a mentor background. Tell us a little bit about S.W.A.G and why you do it.
So with S.W.A.G, the reason why we're doing S.W.A.G is to get kids out of Merced County to the collegiate level to participate in the sport. So it's three concepts with S.W.A.G: academics, mentoring, and national exposure. So the academic component, every kid has a academic plan set forth throughout high school to get them on the Division I football level currently right now. And then with the mentoring, we just keep mentoring, surround our kids with good people, and then our national exposure, we get out there and showcase our kids' talents to the world, to the nation, to the state, to different colleges.
Now that's great. Now you take kids during the off season for football. Right now you're just doing football, but you plan to do basketball coming up soon. You take kids 7-on-7 tournaments, kind of helping football players in the off season. What are you more academic based with a sports emphasis, or are you football based with kind of helping academics?
We're more academic based with the kind of football emphasis, so we bring in the kids through football. We want all of our kids love football. And then we bring them in, and so we go, and then we start tackling on the academic, portion of their life. So.
And now, I right here I have the contract. Well, you don't call it a contract, you call it a compact, but it's something that the kids sign stating what they will do and what S.W.A.G will do for them. Kind of what is the gist about that?
So in order to be successful, we came up with the compact. So they need to do their part, the student athlete needs to do their part, their family member needs to do their part, and then we need to do our part. So when we bring the kids into the office, we kind of say, hey, are you willing to do these three things? They sign, say yes. And then their parents said, parents, we need your encouragement. Communication is a big thing with us. Can you do that? They sign there. Then we say, we're going to, mentor your kid, academic plan for your kid, and we're going to, create, put your kid on a national showcase. That's what we say we'll do. If all those components work out, then your kid, will be successful.
And most of your kids right now, Team S.W.A.G, some of the students that just won this 7-on-7 tournament down at Passing Down, what's their GPAs like? How are they doing in school versus where they came from?
They're doing well. We had to clean up a couple kids' grades, but now they're on the right track, and I kind of see they kind of know their goals now, because at first there's, just trying to maintain the 2.0 because they want to play high school football. But when you kind of throw it at them that, hey, you're better than just a high school football player, and in order to get to this level, you need to do these certain things. And so, now they're, really working hard in the classroom after school, getting their tutoring, and kind of going from there.
And you were kind of telling me off camera before we got started, the kids like this, huh? They kind of compete with each other, and they kind of help each other drive towards a better academic standing, right?
Yes, they do, and they a lot of peer pressure. So if there's a kid getting a 3.5 and there's a kid getting a 2.5, now I'm seeing that a 2.5 kid wants to get to that 3.5. Will that kid ever get a 3.5? I don't know, but he's going to get better than that 2.5 because he's always striving to get that 3.5. So.
And this is strictly Merced kids for the S.W.A.G aspect of it. However, the 7-on-7, the football aspect, you kind of pull kids from all over the valley. Is that right?
Yeah. So me and Todd Johnson have a collaboration. Todd Johnson from the Factory Football Group. I kind of seeked out to him and said, hey, I would like to, maybe do something with you, get some of your kids and get some of our kids together. And then he said, hey, we're missing a piece of the puzzle. We need a quarterback. So I said, I got the perfect quarterback for you, Tyrone Williams. So and then it just kind of, took off from there. And our 7-on-7 team were kind of considered the S.W.A.G Factory, kind of taking both together. And that's how we went to, we go compete. We went to compete in Vegas. Then we went to the Best of the West last week, or we went to the Passing Down last weekend in Elk Grove.
And that's right. And now you guys are going to the Best of the West, which is kind of the best in the California. And you guys have done so well with an under-the-radar type group. And you like these type of kids that, aren't getting the notoriety that they should, and with a chip on their shoulder. And that works out for you, right?
Yes, it does. And they're hungry. They're hungry. They're willing to play for each other. They're willing to play for each other. They check each other, and that's what it's all about. It's not all these different 4- or 5-star egos. Talking about offers here, offer there, and like I said, that's why I want to keep it. I want to make sure once they start getting their offers, they don't forget where you come from. Right. And then next year we want to replenish the same thing and kind of get the same type of kids.
And when you get a kid, You stay with them their whole high school career until they can get into college?
We stay with them pretty much even when they're in college. You know, we haven't had a kid go to college because we just started June of this past year with our nonprofit status. But we want to keep the mentoring aspect when they're away to college because it's easy for a kid to leave college and come home when they're talking to mom. You know, so we want to have that mentoring aspect and saying, no, it's too cold out here. Well, we'll send you a jacket. You know?
That's right. Now, as far as the future goes, heading forward, you told me you want to do basketball AAU as well. What are some other goals that Team SWAG has coming up?
So we're going to do basketball. We're starting in May. Actually, I met with the coach this morning. You know, we're doing 7th and 8th graders. We might want to get maybe one 6th grader on the team and kind of, go from there and start the AAU circuit in the basketball realm. And then just keep on going where we're at right now, just kind of, pushing forward and maybe getting some of these coaches, to kind of believe in, Central California, believe in our program so they could kind of start maybe seeking some of our kids a little more.
Now, you were telling me off camera, Humboldt State, you would like to get them to make the track down, make some of these colleges come down to the valley. That's a realistic goal. You see that happening?
Yes, sir. I met Mr. Coach Walsh out of Humboldt State. He's very excited about this area as far as football-wise. And so I kind of proposed to him, hey, why don't you come out here and do a camp? So he's supposed to, look into that and maybe come down here because realistically, some kids from Fresno, Bakersfield, Merced, they don't want to drive to Humboldt and they don't have the means to drive to Humboldt. So, why not get something in the valley that all the kids can participate in? It's a win-win situation for everybody.
That's right. How about that, folks? This man is doing big things here for the athletes in our own Central Valley. Devon, thank you. Real quick, best in the West. Think you could take that whole thing down?
I think we can. I think we can take it. Like we're hungry. Our kids are hungry, and I think we match up with every team. Southern California, Northern California. I think there's a team from Vegas. I think we match up with every team well. And like I said, we got the number 2 seed. They had us the number 3 seed, but we have number 2 seed now. I think we should be the 1 seed. But hey, we'll go out there and kind of show what we're about.
Well, hey, we're all here rooting for you. If you haven't seen highlights of this team play, go check them out on YouTube. Look up Passing Down, look up 7-on-7 Pylon, and be sure to check them out at Best of the West. Man, that's going to be exciting. Good luck, Devon. We'll be right back with 4 kids from Team SWAG right after this.
Intimidating on the mound, but I don't intimidate other students on campus.
I'll make a no-look pass on the court, but no mean looks on campus.
I'm rough on the field, but I never rough up another student.
7 out of 10 students each day witness bullying and do nothing about it.
Take a stand.
Stop it.
That's enough.
That's enough.
No more threats. No more violence.
Make a change.
Try nice this year.
Be kind on your campus.
Hello and welcome back. I am joined now by 4 members of the SWAG Factory, Team SWAG, that won the 2014 Central Cal Championships down in Elk Grove. We're going to start over here to my right. Go ahead and introduce yourself, young man.
My name is Jabbar Bird. I go to Merced High, and I played running back and corner.
Now, Jabbar, you had a strong 7-on-7 off-season with Team SWAG. They've nicknamed you Mr. Clutch himself.
That's right.
Why is that? How'd you get that name?
As we were playing the team TMP, I made some pretty clutch catches from the quarterback, so that's where I got the name.
Now, you guys were an under-the-radar group, a team full of kids that a lot of colleges, D1 colleges, have passed up. You guys go 6-0. You beat TMP Elite, which you just said twice, last year's winner, a team full of 4- and 5-star recruits. How did you guys gel so well, so quick, and how were you able to do that?
I think it was our work ethic and our drive and focus. As we all started talking to each other, we just made sure we got the job done and make sure we all got our goals.
Now, you're going to be the feature running back for Merced this year and their lockdown corner, teamed up with Mr. Tyrone Williams over here, who we'll get to later. What kind of seasons and what kind of a season are you expecting next year?
A pretty great one. Making sure we win as many playoff games as we can and make sure we win our CCC title.
Now, you have a GPA of 3.0, is that right?
Yeah.
Now, you are one of 3 members on this panel that work with Devon Hilliard's academic plan and commitment. And how has it been working with him, and how has it bettered you?
It's been great. We've been doing SAT prep, and we're taking it May 3rd, so it's been really helpful and really good.
All right, Jabbar Bird, Merced High School. Young man, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Steven Johnson, running back, San Joaquin Memorial.
Now, Steven, you've tore it up. You're a great North and South running back, over 1,000 yards for Memorial last season. Now, to piggyback off what I asked Jabbar, you guys weren't expected to do much. Teams were disrespecting you out there in Elk Grove and these other tournaments. What were they saying?
They were just asking who was S.W.A.G, where did we come from, and who did we have on our team that was D1 bound. So we just had to show them.
And how did it feel good to show them up?
Oh, felt great.
Now, you're part of the S.W.A.G factory, the football unit, so you're not along with these guys and so more so as academics. If you need help, they'll help you. But how did Devon and you meet, and how did he come up to you and ask you to be a part of this team?
Well, we met through football. We knew that we were going to be combining as one unit with Team S.W.A.G and the factory. So one practice, we all just met and came together, and he just let me know what he was about, and I just let him know who I was and where I was coming from. So we just met on one page, one accord, and knew that we both wanted that same thing, to bring titles to both of our foundations, so we just met as one.
And what's it like playing with these guys?
Oh, it's amazing. I wish I could play with these guys during the regular season.
What's your GPA in the classroom right
Currently, it's a 3.0.
now? 3.0. Now you're getting interest from San Jose State, Fresno State, Arizona State. I see. Since you've won down in Elk Grove, anything changed? Any more offers or any more interest, I should say?
A little bit more interest and a lot more attention from the schools that I already have attention from.
Is that right?
Just that, and just primarily my focus and just trying to get better each and every week.
That's awesome. That's great. Things like this that can get you more interest, more exposure. Outstanding. Steven Johnson, Memorial. To my left now, Andre Sherman. Andre, go. Well, I introduced you for you. Out of what school?
B.R. Colony High School.
And what do you play there?
You name it. I play quarterback, running back, receiver, DB, kick returner, punt returner, kicker, punter, everything.
Oh wow. Devon sees you as a college DB. You know, you're getting interest from Fresno State, Sac State, Humboldt State. How has it been for you since the win in Elk Grove?
Matter of fact, Arizona was just down there a couple days ago. They came to talk to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think us winning is going to change it a little bit because we're playing against, like you said, 4- or 5-star recruits, and we're underrated. We have no offers, so that's all we're trying to do and get out there.
How is it playing against 4- and 5-star recruits? I mean, like a team's full of elite players. This isn't high school where you get to take maybe a week off or two. I mean, these are good players you're playing against.
To be honest, when we first I heard we were going against CMP Elite, and then I heard we were going against Isaiah Langley and other big names. I was a little nervous, but as soon as we got our first couple drives going, and I knew we're on a roll, we're going to get them.
Now your GPA is 3.4. Is that right?
Yes. Now
Devon was telling me off camera he's seen a lot of growth in you. You've come a long way. Is that true? And how has it been working with him? And what has S.W.A.G done for you?
It's helped me overall as a person and in school, because in school, usually, I'll be honest, I used to slack a little bit, but Devon's always getting on me, make sure I have my grades up, because he just always told me that I'm not going to go to college if you don't have grades.
That's right. That's good stuff, Andre. Tyrone Williams, Merced High School, right?
Yep, quarterback.
Now, how does this make you feel? You are the first MVP as a quarterback in this year's offseason.
Yeah, it makes me feel great. I'm really proud of it. Lead my team there to win the championship.
You have been the talk of the tournament, leading these group of guys, these upstart kids, over to big wins. How have you been able to do it?
I've been just great. The way we get pumped before the game, just thinking about it, have Devon pump us up and everything. How we do.
Now, you are ranked number 35 Pro Style QB by 247.com in the nation. First team All-League, Offensive Player of the Year in conference. You're getting interest from schools and a little bit more interest since Elk Grove, right?
Yes.
What are some teams?
From Eastern Washington on Saturday and Oregon State.
Now, that's awesome. Now, you get to play with Jabbar this upcoming season. You guys went 8-3, 5-0 in league at Merced this year. What can you do in your senior year?
We're gonna have a big impact. I'm gonna produce more in the running game. Jabbar, he's gonna do his job in passing and running, so it'll be good.
Now, you guys are going to the best of the West. You're still getting dogged. You're a 3 seed, but now you're a 2 seed because a team, left out. And so this back against the wall mentality, chip on your shoulder still. What are you guys preparing for the best of the West?
We're preparing for the even better athletes than we're up in Elk Grove. It's going to be the best 4-star, 5-star recruits, but we're ready. We have no offers, so they don't expect us to do anything, but we'll be good.
Now, you guys do well there. Can you imagine what all the interest and offers you're going to get after that?
Yeah.
Well, guys, we wish you the best of luck. Great group of kids Devon Hilliard does a great job. Guys, keep it up. Stay good in the classroom. You're doing a fantastic job. Folks, make sure you guys catch these guys down at the Best of the West, and make sure you check out the highlights of how they tore it up in Elk Grove. Folks, stay tuned. We got a lot more coming up on the show. We'll be right back.
Hey, Banks. Have a seat and let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, man, T, move down.
It's a tearjerker!
Welcome back to the Central Valley Sports Report. I'm now joined by Coach Oliver Germond, the head women's soccer coach at Fresno City. How you doing, Coach?
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, thank you. Thanks for stopping by. So you got some great news, right? You guys have a great event coming up that has got some Olympians, and it's kind of a big deal for the Valley. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, we are actually, our school is hosting this. Fresno City College is hosting it, and we've partnered up with Team First Soccer Academy, which is a soccer camp for girls soccer. And this camp is run by Mia Hamm, Christine Lilly, and Tisha Venturini from former U.S. women's soccer stars. All three of them are Hall of Famers. They've won World Cups together, Olympics together, and actually national championships at North Carolina. So they go way back, all three of them, as teammates. And Sue Hammond, which is our current trainer at Fresno City College, is the former trainer for the U.S. women's national team. And she's part of that camp, and there was an opportunity to bring this camp to Fresno because they didn't have a site for California, and they travel with this camp all over the country. And so they approached me and our school about hosting it, and I thought, you know, what a great idea to be able to host this kind of camp, caliber camp for girls for the Central Valley. And so we're really excited to have it. And you know, I feel, as a women's soccer coach myself, and I have a daughter who's 6, I feel like this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for this valley, and it's the only camp in California like this. So.
Yeah, no, it's when we first heard about it, I just the names that you mentioned, you know, what a great opportunity for young girls in the Valley to get that kind of mentoring and experience working with those guys.
Exactly, and that's why we did it. You know, I felt like this would, you know, promote girls soccer in this valley, and you know, to give our players in the Central Valley an experience like this, to not just meet Mia Hamm and Christine Lilly and Tisha Venturini, but be able to train with them for 3 days is, I thought, was great, and it was a no-brainer for me to get involved in this and try to promote it as much as we can to get kids to come out to this camp.
Yeah, absolutely. So what level of soccer athletes should come out to this camp?
Well, I think, you know, they're going to make it for all levels. I think that, you know, the camp is, they're just trying to go over all the skills that, in soccer that are important, and, you know, they're trying to give back, not just in soccer, but in life lessons. They're going to cover leadership also, and you know, things that they learned to get to where they got. And you know, I think, again, what a great experience to be able to learn from the top players in the world. Because if you compare them to basketball, for example, it'd be like having Kobe Bryant and you know, somebody like Magic Johnson coming to do a basketball camp in Fresno. And I thought, this is the best of the best, and these girls are going to get amazing experiences. They just went, they did the camp last weekend in Vegas, and just, you know, reading up on it, just on Twitter and Facebook on some of the kids' experiences has all been positive, and so I'm excited to have this next month.
Yeah, no, that's exciting, and you do it in May, right, before it gets too hot.
Exactly.
You're outdoors, everyone can come out and have a good time. Give us the dates again. So it's May 16th through...
it's May 16th, 17th, and 18th. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's ages from 8 to 18 years old. I think they've opened it up for a little bit younger, to 7-year-olds also. And it's broken up into 2 age groups. So they're leaving the 8 to 13-year-olds in one group, and then the 14-year-olds to 18 in another group. And it's a 3-day deal. Again, May 16th, 17th, and 18th. And it's hosted at Fresno City College, so the camp's going to be on the soccer field in the stadium, and then we also have a practice field next to the stadium. So we'll be probably using all three fields.
All 3 fields, wow.
And then the last day they kind of do a little bit of a World Cup atmosphere where they put the kids in teams and have a little tournament.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. And part of the camp is this camp's sponsored by Nike, so all the kids get Nike gear. So they get shirts and shorts and a ball, and that includes signatures of the players also. That was part of the deal.
Wow, that's incredible. That's good.
And one of the questions too I've been getting is when you have camps like this too, that you have sometimes you get these stars coming in and they're just kind of fixture, just there to sign autographs, but they assured me that Mia Hamm, Christine Lilly, and Tisha Venturini are actually running the camp. So they're in charge of the camp. So they're going to be out there every hour of the camp, running the drills and helping the kids out. So, and they provide the coaches and they're running the camp.
So how do I'm a parent, I want to get my kid involved. How do I sign up?
Well, they have a website called teamfirstsocceracademy.com. So you just go on the website and you just register online. And so far we have 125 enrolled, and the limit's 150. So it's closing down quick. So
wow.
If people are going to do it, they need to do it quick. So.
Great. So that's it. May 16th through the 18th, teamfirstsocceracademy.com. Only 25 spots left. If you want to be part of this, you got to sign up or come and kind of watch from the fence outside and wish you were part of it.
Right. And I think, if it doesn't fill up to 150 right away, they'll do registration on the day of the camp too. So if there's still interest at that time, people are welcome to come in the morning to sign up for the camp. So
you should come and try and get an autograph and a picture
there you
with
go.
those
Exactly.
stars anyway,
Yeah.
right? Wow, what a great event for Central Valley. We appreciate you guys doing stuff like this. I mean, that's here in this community. That's important that we get these kind of things that come through here and show these kids that that
absolutely
they can be part of this.
And the cool thing too with this is that this camp is done all over the country, and it's really the only one that they're doing in California. So the location is in Central Valley, and I think it's a great opportunity, not just for soccer and girls soccer, but for Fresno to be able to host such an event.
Wow, that's fantastic. TeamFirstSoccerAcademy.com, May 16, 17, 18. Go online, come on out. It's going to be a great time. Hey, Coach, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely.
Thanks for your time.
Good to see you, man. Take care.
Not only does texting while driving significantly reduce your reaction time, but you are also 10% more likely to leave your lane. This commercial was 30 seconds. That's all it takes to avoid a senseless tragedy.
Welcome to Coach D's Recruiting Corner. I'm your host, Coach Dawson. This is the segment where we discuss everything going on in the world of recruiting here in the Central Valley. We want to know where you're headed, where you're signing. Email us at info@centralvalleysportsreport.com and we'll shout it out for you on our next show. Who knows? We might even have you on to talk about it. Today's first shout out goes to Edison High School's spectacular quarterback/DB, Mr. A.J. Greeley, for his commitment to the Fresno State Bulldogs. Now, we've all been watching him for the past few years, and he's been doing his thing, so we're very happy to see him move on and stay local. Congrats to Fresno State for signing one of our local stars. Keeping it going on at Edison, they have a track and field star named Jasmine Bunch, who just committed to San Diego State. Her first place finishes in the 100-meter and 200-meter and 4x100-meter at this year's West Coast Relays gave the Aztecs a little sample of what they can expect. So congrats, Jasmine. We see you. Over at Roosevelt, they have a huge 6'4", 245-pound tight end named Ricky McCoy, who has committed to play at the University of Arizona. We understand Ricky had a bunch of colleges interested, and we're certain that he'll be a great fit
in the Pac-12. Remember, y'all, to check out our website, CentralValleySportsReport.com, where we have all the resources and tips to help you on your way to college. I'm Coach Dawson signing off. We'll see you next time on the recruiting trail.